This is a video tutorial on effective poses for portraits. In this tutorial, we'll just cover some of the basics. The first pose we'll cover is the turn. Instead of having your client face you straight on, try having them turn about 2/3 to one side. This will make their body look a little bit smaller, since less of it will be showing in your picture. When someone's facing you straight on, it's a little less flattering. Next, we'll talk about the look. Sometimes people tend to raise their chins when being photographed. They feel a little awkward, so they try and straighten up. This doesn't look good in photography, and so you want to make sure that your client is looking directly at you with their chin down. You also don't want their chin to be too low because that can also cause some unflattering things. What happens when their chin is high is their eyes get smaller and you're kind of looking up their nose, which doesn't really look that good. The next is the shape. So here we're going to be talking about how you stand in poses. If you see in our first image, you can tell that her arm looks a little bit bigger. It's closer to the camera, so proportionally it just looks bigger. And it's also flat against her body, which makes it look like it's wider than it really is. So one way to avoid that is by having your client place their hand on their hip. This helps them to relax a little bit and also takes the pressure off of their arm, which could cause their arm to look larger. You can also do this in different ways. You can have, if someone's sitting on the ground, they could put their elbows up on their knees, or sometimes you can have clients fold their arms. There are different ways of making it so that the arms look more flattering. Next is the hands. So your hands are pretty much as big as your face, and when you have your hands close to your face, it can block a lot of the important features on your face that make you look beautiful or natural, and it also can kind of distort how you look. And so it's important to remember to keep hands out of shots as much as possible. So you can see in the shot on your right, the hands are cut off or cropped out. This makes it so that the person looking at the photo can focus more on the person's face, and that's really what you want to focus on.